Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video for Domain Zoo. Starting off with the deck tech here, we've got the pretty much the same list I've been running, the same 75 I've been running for the past few months. Um, I am making one small tweak here, so normally I run 2 Remand and 1 Dromoka's Command in the main deck, with the second Dromoka's Command in the sideboard. Um, I've been playing a lot of Murktide and Prowess, seeing like a lot of uh, those low curve kind of decks where Remand isn't as strong. So I'm making the switch right now to just have 2 Dromoka's commands in the main deck, and then I move a Remand to the side. Um, so that's like a small change. Again, these like last 3 are kind of flex slots that you can adapt to the meta as needed. But I haven't played a ton of MTGO in the past few weeks due to the holidays, but I was seeing towards the end a lot of Murktide and a lot of Prowess. So both those like Remand is pretty bad against. So I'm gonna bring in the second Dromoka's command in the main deck and just see how I like that here. Moving over to the sideboard, we're still on our Graveyard Hate and Rest in Peace. We've got a Prismatic Ending that's good against Prowess, good against just a lot of decks where you want, like, maybe on the draw, especially one extra piece of turn one removal. I do like it against Ragavan decks, just because if that can really be on the draw, that can be the difference between like winning and losing the game is if Ragavan connects. So on turn one, or sorry, on turn two. So I found Prismatic Ending to be worthwhile. It's also good against artifacts, good against a lot of things. Wear Tear, that's going to be your artifact enchantment hand. Sorry, artifact and enchantment heat. We've got our Flusterstorms. That's mostly for Cascade matchups. Um, also good for creativity, remand. Good in the same matchups. Teferi, that's going to hit your Cascade. Can also come in against Murktide. Can also come in against Control. We've got our Veil of Summers. Those are mostly for discard things like Scam, stuff like that. Got Gigantha as our companion still, and then we got Hidetsugu Consumes All. That's going to come in against Prowess, against Hammertime, things like that. So I'm going to be taking us through a just 5-game MTGO league, getting back in the swing of things. If you like this sort of content, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for round one. Okay, starting off with uh, round one, I'll be on the play. This hand is good. And unfortunately, it doesn't have any threats, so I usually don't like to risk these hands, especially on a 7, because although I do have some interaction, if I don't draw into any creatures on the first few turns, then I'm going to be in trouble, so I'm going to mulligan this. Um, this hand is a little too awkward for what I need. I can only get 2 types, and got the basic forest, so I'm going to have to mulligan this as well. Okay, this is a 1-lander. Think I have to think I have to mulligan this. Okay, we got a playable hand. So mulligan of 4, not exactly what you want to do to start out, but we do have a 1-drop into a 2-drop. So what we're going to look at doing here is we're going to put back our Neshoba Brawler, and we're going to put back our 2 Shocklands here. And then most likely I'm going to turn 1 use my Wooded Foothills to grab a Breeding Pool, and then turn 2 I can grab a Sacred Foundry and then play my Kabu. Again, I really only have 1 play here. We are going to get Breeding Pool on. I'm not really worried too much about like Ren and 6 being on the play. Um, so we're just going to grab our Breeding Pool, pay 2 life, and then we'll play our Nakatl and pass the turn. So obviously mulligan to 4, not ideal to start out, but I would say this is like uh, about the strongest 4 you can have with, maybe the only stronger thing would be something like Ragavan into Kabu, but it's good to have that 1-drop into a 2-drop, and hopefully we can draw into some action. See what my opponent's on. Okay, he's going to Thoughtseize my Kavu away, so not great to mulligan to 4 against the Thoughtseize deck. You draw Tribal Flames here, so we're going to play our Heath, and then we're going to just get our Triome to give me Domain, and then we'll swing in for 3. And then we'll pass the turn because I don't have anything else to do. So maybe they're on. We'll see what my opponent's on. Scalding Turn throws me off a bit. Okay, so now we're kind of in trouble. You mold a 4 against the deck with discard spells, which isn't a great place to be. They only have 1 land, so could be scam, although I'm confused about the Scalding Tarn. Okay, Overgrown Tomb is pretty useless. We could shock here and grab Gigantha, but with the discard spells, that's not great at the moment. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play this tapped. And then we're just going to get in for 5 damage because his life total is already under pressure. It could be, he could be something like Death Shadow. But interesting he kept a 1-lander, so I'm not entirely sure what he's on. But I guess we'll see. Maybe he was just waiting to play Death Shadow, and that's exactly what it was. Okay. Okay. I guess we can just try to like win it here with a top deck Bolt. That's not great. That puts me on a 2-turn clock. I could grab Gigantha here. Also not great though because he's going to swing in for 6. So I think we just have to risk it here and hope to draw into something that can chump. So I think we just do this. That 2, and then I need like a bolt, binding, anything to get rid of this Death Shadow. On a 2-turn clock. He can't shock anymore. So I need a bolt, binding, creature to chump, anything off the top. Okay, Kavu, but possibly has a removal spell, but better than nothing. See if he just has it. Okay, DRC is not a removal spell. He doesn't have Delirium yet. See if I can hold on here. Okay. So does that give him Delirium? He's going to try Surveil for Delirium. He gets it. Interesting, he's playing Underworld Breach. Okay. Well, that's the game. Okay, so Death Shadow is not a matchup I play very often. I think what we're going to bring in, looking like he's got a lot of graveyard synergies there. So we're definitely going to bring in the Hidetsugu for... It's hard to say because, I'd like to bring in... There's a lot of stuff I could bring in. With Underworld Breach, I'm tempted to bring in Graveyard Hate because he's on Unholy Heat as well. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm not going to bring in the Hidetsugu. The Prismatic Ending can be good. The Veil of Summer can be good. Remand, not particularly good because he's a low mana curve deck. And this is tough. You can you could argue to bring in Hidetsugu. I am on the play here, so I don't need to worry as much about that. I will trim a Brawler. Maybe I will take out the Prismatic Ending on the draw, or sorry, on the play. Keep in more threats. Tribal Flames. Brawler, Tribal Flames. I like the rest of what I have here. I could take out a Dramoka's Command. Could trim on a Tribal Flames. I could trim on a Bolt. I'll trim on Tribal Flames. Tribal Flames can be good and also not good, as we saw in that game where, yes, I want to pressure his life total. Just kind of debating whether Bolt is better than Tribal Flames. I think this is fine. We'll give it a go. Not an exact science here, but yeah. So the issue there was I mulligan 4, but the other issue is I do want to apply life total pressure the life total, but Tribal Flames isn't the end of the Might be able to go without. We'll see. Okay, this hand's fine. We're gonna keep. So he does play Thoughtseize, so that would be a reason to just play the Nikotl here, because the risk is, because what he'll likely do is, if I play the Nikotl, he could potentially Thoughtseize and take Scion. If I don't play anything, he could still Thoughtseize and take Scion, and then turn 2, I play. I think I'm just gonna play Nikotl here. We're gonna go Foothills. Of course, there are like, I could play it different ways. But I think with the discard, I'm just gonna get a threat down now. That way, if he Thoughtseizes turn 1, I still have a threat on board and have some pressure. We're gonna go Breeding Pool. So it does have the whole Delirium package with Bobble too, so Rest in Peace should be good if I can get it. It'll at least turn off a lot of his removal. Okay, so he's not gonna do anything. That's interesting. I'm guessing he has a removal spell here. So I want to get a white mana. Could shock it to hold up Binding or Bolt. Assuming he's gonna use a removal spell. Maybe he's waiting for me to shock. I am pressure. I am doing damage to my own, put my own life total under pressure. This is probably when he uses it. It's fine. Yep. So I think I will shock this in only because I want to be able to bolt if he's got a Dash or Ragavan or something like that. I am taking a lot of damage here, but we'll see. I'm guessing he might just have Blood Moon here. This could be an issue. Okay. So now there's less of an issue because I'm going to go with this. So we'll see. Even if he Blood Moons me, it's not the end of the day here. Sorry, end of the day. Not the end of the world. Because I have the Scion in play already. And I have Bolt in hand. Okay. Elf Summer did well there. Okay, he had the second Terminate. It missed a land drop. SWD is not that helpful. So I think we're just going to grab Gigantha and then hold up Bolt and Binding. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to hold up. I'm gonna Plains here, just in case of Blood Moon. I don't think Blood Moon's likely though with this mana base. I think this is more valuable than holding up Stub, but if he goes like, I guess Liliana or something that's bad, I can still bind it though. I don't think just doing burn damage to face is a great idea, because obviously he's probably trying to get a Death Shadow into play. So I'm gonna not gonna burn him out until I have closer to lethal. or until he does more damage to himself. Okay, so now getting punished for getting rid of the stub for not holding up stubby D. Didn't know his deck had iteration. I guess I could have held up a fetch land. Maybe I shouldn't have been worrying about Blood Moon here. Okay, Kabu's good. He tries to unholy heat me. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this mana base is way too greedy to play Blood Moon, so I probably shouldn't have played around it. I could have had a second red source here, maybe. Potentially killed him next turn. Not sure what his game plan is here, but I guess he's just gonna wait to. If I get another source, land source. Fortunately, I can't get a red source from this, which is problematic. I could loot away. What would be least relevant here? He probably has double removal spell. I'm just gonna attack him. See if I exile, he's got, let's see, Bauble. We got one sorcery, instant, artifact, land. So I can exile something to take away Delirium. I'll probably do that. Yep, I'll stub whatever he's going to try to do here. Okay. Now I can't take away Delirium, though. Okay. Play this, and I think just pass the turn. Don't think it makes sense for me to Tribal Flames at this point. Okay. And bolt that. I could use Binding, but I want to save that for a Death Shadow. He just tries to drown this. Okay. Look, I won the showdown. I'm gonna get another red source here. I think that's just gotta be Sevi Triumph. Alright, and now I can play Giganta next turn. Of course, he could have an Unholy Heat in hand or something. Okay. Do I want to play Giganta or do I want to protect it? I feel like I want to probably protect it. So we'll go white, green. I don't think Tribal Flames here makes sense. I don't want him to be able to play a big Death Shadow if I can avoid it. So now, I guess he still has Terminate and stuff, but it's going to turn off some of his removal. Here I used 2 Terminates, so. Yeah, he's going to grab his Giganta. I could dash Monkey. He probably has a removal spell in hand. I think I'm going to just play my Giganta here. He's already used, I think, most. I guess he could. No, he can't even drown it. I think he's used pretty much all the removal I can kill Giganta. Could be wrong, but based on what I've already seen, he's got 2 Terminates already in the graveyard. So he can't turn on Unholy Heat. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I can potentially win next turn. See what he tries to do. Yeah. Guess he's going to go with the Death Shadow route. Or a Fury, maybe? Oh, his own Gigantha. That's right. Okay. That's relatively straightforward what our game plan will be here. See what I draw, though. Okay, Bolt. Does that change anything? I can do 8 damage to him, but I don't have 3 red sources, so I can't... think for a second. So if I want to... If I dash Ragavan, say he's got a removal spell in hand, he's got his own Bolt. He could bolt the Ragavan, let through, and then trade with Gigantha, and I don't do any damage to him. I think I just play it safe here, and I think I'll just kill his Gigantha right now, and then dash Ragavan. We'll see if he's got a removal spell. Okay. So if he takes any more damage, then I kill him. Next turn. Takes any more damage from lands to pump a Death Shadow or something. I guess I'm dead to Dress Down plus Death Shadow. So if he has that, then... Okay. Well, there's the first part of it. Oh, I guess he can't. He can't give it haste. So I'm not dead to that yet. So I'm guessing he was just doing that to draw a card. Now he's doing that to draw a card. Gotta find a blocker. Okay. I guess he didn't find anything he needed. That was a very close one. I'm definitely keeping the rest in pieces in. It seems like he's not that heavy on threat, so I don't think Tribal Flames is that useful. I think Prismatic Ending can be good. I don't want to trim on Ragavan. I think maybe on the draw I'll trim a Veil. He does have Terminate, but I think I like this. Dromoka's Command. Guess it could save me from a burn spell. Could also, I think it's pretty good to have 2 in. I could see the argument for trimming 1. I think this is fine. So we know he's not going to play Blood Moon with the mana base he's got going. All right, sounds good. Got 3 threats. We're going to keep it. So playing Bauble first, which means he's got 2 lands in hand. Fetch land and something else, and a non-fetch land. So he plays his Polluted Delta. Okay, didn't have a turn 1 play, so he's probably holding up removal. So here I have some decisions to make. I think the issue with me... So Sign of Draco is probably pretty good against this deck. I could play a Ragavan. He's clearly holding up a removal spell. I could also play Nicodle. Could play Brawler. I guess with drawing the Brawler, I'm probably just going to play Ragavan here, even though it looks like he's holding up a removal spell. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. So I'm looking at Ragavan into Brawler now, and then a turn 3 Scion and Nicodle if I can. Maybe Ragavan's the bigger threat. So, I mean, Ragavan is the bigger threat. That's why I'm playing him. Although he could be holding up removal, but I'm going to force him to have that removal. The other option would be playing Nicodle, and with the idea I can dash Ragavan later. I think there's an argument for that too. But now he doesn't have the removal, so I'm guessing he's maybe has a DRC or something he's going to try to chump with. We'll see. Well, I'm happy to see him use a Terminate on Ragavan. I think I'm just going to shock this in and play Brawler. Next turn I can double spell with Nicodle, and I think that's what we're going to do here. So if he had to use that, it tells me he doesn't have any other, he doesn't have like Bolt in hand or something. Of course he could draw it, but he would use that on the Ragavan. Got three types in the yard right now. You need to get a creature or an enchantment in there, or sorcery. See if he has a expressive iteration or something like that. Okay. So now I have the option to potentially protect my Brawler if I need to with Dromoka's command, which could be relevant. He could also try to drown it, though. I have 2 cards in my graveyard. I'll have 3 with Windswept Heath. So we'll see what he does. I could see just not using Dromoka's command here and then just double spelling Scion and Nicodle, and he's not going to have a good way to deal with Scion. We'll see. He would have to draw a Bolt in the past couple turns. Okay, he doesn't have Delirium, so if he's going to use up 2 Unholy Heaths, that's fine. You'll have to see it. Guess he didn't realize he didn't have Delirium. So we will do this. Overrun Tomb, shock it in. Do a bunch of damage to him. And then now we're just going to put more threats on the board, and then hopefully I can kill him. So now he's potentially dead next turn. If he doesn't get Delirium this turn, I know he's going to have a hard time dealing with Scion. He already used 1 Terminate. He could have another. But he, again, still doesn't have Delirium. Needs to get a sorcery or creature in the graveyard. And now I've got a pretty wide board. So, of course, he could start putting threats down. But he doesn't have a flyer that can block Scion unless he gets a DRC with Delirium. So, feeling okay here. Okay, so he'll drown the Brawler, which is fine. Still have lethal next turn. Okay, still doesn't have Delirium. Do you have a second Bolt or something? Okay, so I guess he'll just use Heat again. What a weird. He's got 1 mana. He's gonna shock himself for it. No, let's get the basic mountain. So I guess I'll flashback Unholy Heat. Okay. Got 1 card in hand. He could play Bauble again. I guess that's what he'll do. Draw a card. So right now I have 7 damage on board. He's gonna know what this was. Okay. It's powerful. So I think what we'll do here is we'll swing in. No reason to use anything we have now. What I can do is potentially Dromoka's command to turn on Stubby D. I think I just play this tapped. I also have the option to bolt him at the end of the turn if he goes low enough in life, and then stub it. You know, I have a lot of options. I think I want to play this, though, instead of keeping it for cycling. I think we just wait. So he could play something like Death Shadow. Okay. I have 1 red source. So let's think what my options are. Oh, he didn't shock himself. Okay, so I could. I don't think using this is that useful. I'm not gonna be able to connect with Nikadal, and if I bolt his face to 2, let's see if I draw another burn spell, it's useful. I guess I'll just bolt him. Okay. I don't think I can do a whole lot here. I think I just have to hold all this up and then potentially draw a card because I'm gonna have to block the Death Shadow. Although I could let it through. He could go dress down. I could go Dramoka's plus W. No, I don't think I do anything here. I've got everything at instant speed. Attacking doesn't solve much. See if he gives me something to do. Okay. So we're gonna use our Veil here to get the card draw. Okay, Ragavan's good. And I think that's all we got right now. I don't think stubbing this really well, actually, he's out of cards in hand, so what I could do here is for Mocha's command to put a counter on Nikadal and then stub the iteration. He's out of cards. Next turn I dash Ragavan and I win. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's just make sure I play this the right order. Okay, gonna go white and green. Dramoka's command to make my Nikadal to be able to turn on Stubby D. So I'll have him sacrifice an enchantment, and of course he doesn't have an enchantment to sacrifice. Okay. That will resolve, and then I'll be able to stub this. And now he's got 0 cards in hand. So even if he attacks me, which he can't, or else he'll lose. I'm missing something. He still has 0 cards in hand, so he's losing by doing this. I'm a little confused by this move. Like, if he didn't do this, he would... He doesn't have a way to shock himself anymore. I think I just... Is there a reason to block this? Guess I'll just block this. I don't know what else he could be doing. No, I guess I just let it through. Yeah, I guess he just conceded there. Yeah, I don't know why he attacked there, because I don't think he knew about the Ragavan in hand. So he would have, if he hadn't attacked, then he would have forced me to top deck a Ragavan, a Burn Spell, Binding, something like that. But okay, that was match 1 against Death Shadow. Okay, back for round 2. This time I'll be on the draw. This hand is fine. We'll probably see what my opponent does, but we might just wait to play a Scion. If I don't draw another 2-drop, we'll see. We are going to keep this though. My opponent kept a 6. Pledge Strand, nothing. Could be Hammertime. Could be Affinity. That's a little annoying, that red-white, because... Because normally I would want to fetch that red-white if I'm going to use Lightning Bolt on turn 1. I could play Nikadal here. Next turn, have Bolt and Dromoka's Command. I could just grab Triome and play Scion turn 2. Kind of slow. I think we're just gonna go with the Scion. You know what? Actually, I think I am gonna play the Coddle. I think he's maybe on Hammertime. I don't know. This is very close. But I think with Dromoka's Command and Bolt, I got some interaction to protect my Nacatl and apply some pressure, so I want to get a creature on the board. So we're just going to go with this. Of course, if he has like Ren and 6, then I'll be sad. And Dotha Triumph, okay. So could have, what are the colors for this? Could have Ren 6. Could be creativity, could be nothing. I think we just shock this in. In case he tries to use a removal spell on my Coddle. Next turn I'll be able to get could be Rhinos, I guess. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why he hasn't done anything. Guess we'll see. Feeling like it's probably just Rhinos. Um, so I could save the life total, just play Scion. I think I'm gonna bluff that I have. It's close. Could bluff that I have some interaction up. I mean, he's almost certainly Rhino, so he'll swing in for 8. So I guess it could be relevant to my life total. Okay. Um, Fortunately, I don't have a way to stop Rhinos, so I could bluff it, but seems like he's gonna do his own thing anyway. If that's what he is, unless he's like creativity, I guess, and then I'll be really sad that I didn't hold up Bolt. So, although this isn't a mountain, so I don't think creativity is likely. I think it's just Rhinos. Thinking he's got Violent Outburst. Looks like it. Yep. So he'll be able to swing in for 8, but I will be able to crack back for a lot. See if he has like a Fury or something to kill my Scion. Probably just letting this through. Yep. Not going to trade. Well, the second Cascade spell is tough to deal with. I don't think I can win this now. If you didn't have the second Cascade spell, you could have done, let's see, 8 plus 3, 11 to him. Still wouldn't have died. Maybe I can block one of his. Think for a moment. Yep. I don't know. On the draw against Rhinos. Unfortunate. Could swing in with just Scion, do 4, but the problem is he's gonna crack back with 16 damage, trample. So even if now I'm dead. I could put a counter on Scion, kill one Rhino. Potentially block a second Rhino. He's still gonna, and then bolt the Shardless Agent. Okay, I guess I'll try to play through this. So what I'm gonna do is I need to let me think for a moment here. So I need to have double red. So I would need to shock for Steam Vents and go to 4. All right, let's start this. Well, let me think for a second. So kill one set of Rhinos. Block another set of Rhinos. Ragavan, I guess, will trade. Or sorry, he'll be able to block the Shardless Agent. He'll still get in for a bunch of damage. His Bolt helped me there. Not really. I can't let through 8 damage, though. I think I have to do this now. If I go to 4, I can go to 4. So I think I have to go white plains here. So Dramoka's command, cast. I mean, you could just have force or something for this. Is what it is. I mean, he's thinking about it, so he probably has force. Yep. Okay. Well, that's the game. So, Rhinos, we're just going to bring in a bunch of stuff. Got our Cascade Hate. He could be playing Blood Moon, which would be problematic, but whatever. We like Remand, we like Flusterstorm. We don't really like Dramoka's command that much, not that useful. Bolt's also not super useful. So the question is, like, do I bring in, so I need to ferry, do I bring in Hidetsugu? It gets me back into a game where he's, like, very far ahead. Trim of Tribal Flames. I think we just go with this. I don't know. Sometimes I've brought in Hidetsugu against Rhinos. Like, obviously, it would be amazing that game, but I think I'm better with the permission. There's just a smaller chance that he's gonna have like that many Rhinos on the board anyway. So play first. Okay, Mountain Plain, Swamp, Forest Island. Okay, this is actually fine. Got my 5 types. I don't have a turn 1 play, which is kind of annoying. I could play Breeding Pool turn 1, but then I don't have a turn 2 play. So I think we keep this and we just have to go Triumph Pass, which I don't love doing, but if I draw another land, then I can play a threat and hold up Stubby D for the turn 3 Rhinos. Okay, Suspense Footfalls. I will be playing Kavu here. For one, he's my best threat, but also he's a 5/5, so he doesn't die to Fury. Okay, it's also a good draw. We have some of the sideboard cards here. Does he have Subtlety? That'd be very, very annoying. He's thinking about it, I assume. I don't know if these lists play Subtlety. I do have to worry a little bit about Blood Moon, but with Stubby D, I'm not as worried about it. My only guess is he could have brought in Subtlety, which I think would have been a weird choice. Yeah. Now we're in an okay position. We'll see what he does this turn. Would like a third land, please. Okay, got binding. Still Flusterstorm. Need a land, though. Not a land. Now I'm in trouble because I can't play a threat. Yep. Now I'm in a really bad spot. I need a third land here. I guess I could, end of his turn, bind his binding to get my Kavu back, which I guess is what I'll do here. Pretty much my only move this turn, though. If he tries a hard cast force here, then I will stub it. Okay. Obviously, I wouldn't do that if I didn't have Flusterstorm in hand. But now we can apply some pressure. Guessing he has a second force. Okay, still not exactly what I need. I'm going to loot away one of these Nicodles. Try to find a land. Not a land. Guess he's got Rhinos coming down this turn. Next turn? Next turn, maybe? I think next turn. Hopefully I can kill him before then. But I haven't applied a ton of pressure. And this is going to be a Shardless Agent. I could fluster this to deny him the card draw, but I don't think that's worth it. Just keep fluster up for next turn. Okay. So if I get a land, I'll just jam Teferi. Of course, he could have another force in hand. That would be my only guess for why he did that. He either has a really slow hand or another force. Okay. So now we're back in the same boat. I can't seem to find a third land. So now I can bind at the end of his turn to get my Kavu back. I can still Flusterstorm to take up the storm count. So I guess we're just going to keep going with this. I guess I can't stop this Footfalls from happening. I can stop a second one. If I ever get a land. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could have just like risked it that he doesn't have a Cascade spell, which it seems like he doesn't. And, you know, played Nikado previous turns, applied more pressure. But like, it is what it is. I'm going to bind here. I think it makes more sense for me to bind my binding again. Bind all the bindings. See if he has like another. Nope. I could bind a Rhino token, but I think I need my threat back. See if he has like Charlotte's Agent in hand. Yeah, that's not really that helpful either. Assuming he'll just double block here. Can loot away a Nicodle. Again. Attack. I don't think not attacking makes a whole lot of sense here. It's very annoying. Could stub this. Then he probably just has Rhinos. But I think I need to... I don't know. This may be stupid. Because now he can go Rhinos. But I need to try to find something useful. A land, maybe? Do I get rid of Brawler or Nicodle? I think Brawler because I can't really cast either of them. But if I get a land, so annoying. I think Nicodle. And that's not helpful at all. See if he double blocks here. Yeah, getting stuck on 2 lands. A little rough. Now this game's probably over. Especially if he had, it looks like if he has another Cascade spell, it's definitely over. But fortunately, I had all the answers in hand. I didn't have the lands, and I've looted away. I don't know how many cards I've been through. 14 cards, 2 lands. But he doesn't have the fastest clock, so we'll see what he's got going here. It's not over yet. Okay, now it's problematic. Yep. So I can bounce one of these with Teferi and still take a lot of damage. If I get a land. Okay. I guess he could just have the force in hand. Then I lose, but my options are I can play bounce one of these with Teferi, still take 10 next turn, and try to hang on. That's what I gotta do. Of course, if he has the other force, which I feel like he probably does, then I'm just gonna lose. Just in time. I need to draw burn spell. Not a burn spell, but is a land. I already played a land this turn. What am I thinking? I don't know how I win here. I'm dead to... I don't know what I'm dead to. Let's see. Maybe Teferi can absorb some damage. Or let's see if he just goes all to face. I guess I'm dead to fire. Okay, so he is targeting Teferi. So he probably has another set of Rhinos. Okay, sounds interesting. Can I even win here? One of the Rhinos connects, I die, so it would need to play this, kill a Rhino, trump the other Rhino. The alternative is I can play Brawler and Scion and trade with his Rhino tokens, take 2, go to 2. Or I take... let me think. Like, the problem is I think I'm just dead here. I can't really hold up mana. So, like, I can play my Scion, chump one of them. Let's think. Or I play both my threats and chump 2 of them. And then take 2. which is I hold on to Tribal Flames. I'm dead, I guess, to an ice in that situation, but I think I'm dead to ice no matter what. So I think we just have to do this and just hope he doesn't have another violent outburst. Yep, this game's turn 8 against Rhinos is not where you want to be at. It's probably over now. He'll just do violent outburst in response. We'll see. Not in a great spot. Yeah, he didn't have the Shardless Agent. Fortunately, I have one red source, so even if I top deck another... Wait, got Fury? Nope. Maybe he's got Fury. He doesn't have double red, I don't think. That's what he probably just realized. Now he does. So probably Fury to kill one of them, and then that's game. Or, I don't know what he's doing. Gone. Okay. I think that's game anyway. Yep. Alright. Well, fortunately got stuck on 2 lands. Had the sideboard answers, but maybe I should have just applied, just played my creatures early and just risked the first Rhinos, but I don't think that seemed very smart. I think if I had, if I drew a land on turn 4, turn 3, or turn 4, or turn 5, then I won that game easily. Okay, back for round 3. Looks like I'm on the draw. This is against someone who's like one of the trophy leaders usually. I don't know what deck he's on. Somebody's on Living End. Like this hand is so like I could go Savai Triome, play a Kavu turn 2 with 4 colors, or I could try to get a better hand because that's not very much pressure. But it's 4 types by turn 2, so I think I'm gonna keep this. We'll see. See what my opponent's on. Okay, looks like it's just Hammertime. At which point I could just be dead very soon. I do have Dramoka's Command. That's good. Okay, so we did get the Flooded Strand. So now we can do something like we can play our Nakatl turn 1 and our Kavu turn 2. Or Nakatl and then Dramoka's turn 2. I'm not going to be able to get 5 colors by turn 3 unless I get another fetch land, but I think I have to do this. So I obviously can't chump if he just goes. I guess I'm dead to double hammer, but not really much I can do. Guess I could have held up stub, and I wouldn't be dead to double hammer. But I think I need to get a threat on board. Hard to say. I think, obviously if I lose a double hammer on turn 2, I'm going to feel like an idiot. And I'm going to say, oh man, I should have just held up the mana. On the other hand, I will be in a very good spot if I can have his Ornithopter fight me and have him sack an enchantment. Unfortunately, he has 2 enchantments now, so he can choose which one he wants to sack. And of course, he could still have the first hammer. We'll see. Yeah, I can't block this. Let's see if he just has double hammer and I just lose. There's one. Okay, just in time. Guess he could have blacksmith skill. Don't really have a way to play around it. Because I have to tap out to use binding. So I guess I upkeep, try to bind the hammer. This is me having a blocker back make a difference. Don't think so. See if we can hang on here. So now the game plan is I'm going to upkeep, try to bind. If he has blacksmith skill, then I just lose. Oh, I guess that was stupid, actually. I forgot it loses flying. Oh, that was a major punt. I don't know why I forgot that loses flying. I don't know why I should just jump there. That was really dumb. Really dumb. Okay. Well. Oh, I guess I couldn't have blocked it there because he did after declaring blocks. But I should have kept his Nikado back. Now I lose to blacksmith skill. Whereas before I would not. So far, so good. I think I just take the hammer. Yeah. Really should have left my Nikado back. Forgot it loses flying with Hammertime. He's got it. Thinking for a long time. He's like timing out. I guess if he has second hammer, he would just flash it in. Okay. I guess I'm trying to think of if it made more sense to bind the Ornithopter. Okay, we're still not in a great spot because think for a moment here. Could swing in for 3. I don't think I can swing in because then I lose to. So he'll get the hammer in play no matter what with this Urza Saga. He probably wants to tap out to make a. Let's see if I go Dramoka's command, fight the Ornithopter. He'll have to sack this one. He won't have enough mana to. I guess he can float the mana to make a token, and then next turn he can hit me with the token. The other option would be to Dramoka's command in response to the equip trigger. I don't think I'm supposed to. I can upkeep do this. I'm trying to think if it makes sense for me to swing in or not. I don't think it does. That's some insurance, so we'll play this. So I have no way to stop him from making Saga token, do I? I don't think so. I have to wait till he tries to equip. Although maybe it'll be too big by then. It'll be a 2/2. I'm not sure. I might have not played this well. Okay, so now would be the time where I can force him to sack something. He'll lose the mana. He'll still equip. Um, don't think that makes sense. I think I have to wait at this. So, okay, I think that's fine. Wait till he tries to equip, and I guess it'll be a 4/4 when he tries to equip it. So, um, maybe this was a mistake how I did this. It's already a 3/3 now. Yeah, I think I was supposed to do it earlier. I don't know. I don't really have a good out here. I think I just lose. Yeah, I think I had to. I didn't think of him making a second. I think I was supposed to have him sacrifice this earlier. I don't know. Because now his creatures are too big, so I guess if I kill the Ornithopter now, I don't think this makes sense to do it now. It's killing the Ornithopter doesn't really do much. Could just make it a 4/4. Yeah, I guess I should have done this last turn. It would have forced him to sacrifice something earlier. Fortunately, I can't stub this, so I just have to chomp here. Yeah, I guess I could have killed one of the constructs instead of Ornithopter. Would have been in better shape. That was probably would have been smarter. I need like another binding. Okay, double tribal flames. Doesn't help me at all. So let's see. I gotta play a Kavu and hold up Stubby D. And I'm still dead, so yeah. Lost to Hammertime. Usually a pretty good matchup. They feel like they had the pretty good starting hand. But maybe I just suck. Okay, we are gonna cut the remands here. We are gonna trim a little bit on one drops because we're gonna bring in Hetsugu. Focus Command's good. Wear Tear's good. Prismatic Ending is also good. I think if there's anything else we want, I think this is fine. I don't like bringing in Teferi in this matchup. But basically, we're just bringing in our enchantment hate and stuff like that. Artifact hate. Okay, game 2 this time I'll be on the play. This hand's good. Got the sideboard hate. We got a threat, so we're going to keep this. We're just going to play our Triumph turn 1. I can't think of something that I would want to bolt turn 1, so this is what we will be doing. See what he's got to start. Esper Sentinel's annoying. Not the end of the world. Okay, so we want red and white. I think we'll go Sacred Foundry here. I was just thinking of like this gives me maximum flexibility for what I need to fetch third. So it just doesn't matter that much. And here we're just gonna play our Scion. And then we'll see what he's got next. I've got the Hidetsugu, I've got the binding. If he just go, I'm probably just gonna take the hit if he does something like okay, Stoneforge Mystic is fine. WD is good. We'll swing in. I could just bolt the Stoneforge Mystic here. I actually don't hate that, because then I can keep binding for something else. And I can pay the tax, and then I can still hold up binding if I need it. Or stub. So I think I actually like that. So what we're going to do here is we are going to bolt. We'll pay the tax. Okay. And then we'll play our Flood Strand, and that way we can get a Plains, or we can get a blue source if we want to stub something. Okay. Could stub this. I don't think I need to. You could pay 2 to equip it and gain some life. I don't want to give him the card draw. I think I can just hit Tsugu next turn. He'll gain a little life, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. Okay. So let me just make sure. So I have red and black on separate already. So we do another a blue and red source. Just trying to think of what I have in hand. Okay, sure. Okay, we also have Wear Tear, so we could Wear Tear to destroy the Shadow Spear and pay the tax, but I think I'm gonna save that. I think what I just want to do here is I'll swing in for 4, and then I'll wipe his board, pay the tax. I could, I guess, wait for a juicier target, but I'm just gonna do this. I could also let him draw a card. And just hold up stub. But I don't think giving him card draw is that great. Probably tap the right lands, though. So we need black, red, blue. Oh, I have to pay 2. Oh, okay. Well, I punted there then. I forgot about the paying 2. I'm an idiot. So I should obviously held up stub. Now I might be in trouble. Yeah, when you don't play Magic for like 2 weeks, you start forget how to play and make stupid mistakes like that. So now, like, if he could, you know, I don't have stub or binding up. So I'm still in good shape, but obviously not exactly what you want to be doing. So yeah, I think I would have just kept up Stubborn Denial if I could do that over. We'll see. My opponent's thinking for a while. Okay. Guess he didn't have much else in hand. So he knows about Hitsugu now, but he doesn't know about Wear Tear still. I mean, he's probably played this matchup a bunch of times, so I think we just keep it what we're at and go on to game 3. Okay, this is a one-lander. I do like the cards in the hand, but I think it's just too risky to keep a one-lander with this deck. Okay, this hand's fine. Don't have as much sideboard hate, but I do have a bolt. So we're gonna keep this. We could bin Scion. I think we'll bin in Kabu though. So now the plan is if I need to bolt something turn 1. Hmm. hmm. I think I actually, I should have put back the Triumph there. That was a mistake. I don't know why I put back the Kabu. Because I don't need 3 lands on the draw. Okay. See what they do here. Okay, interesting. They don't play anything, so I do like Wear Tear. I could play just a Triumph, or I could try to hold up Tear or something like that. I think I'm gonna go Kabu turn 2 and hold, and then see if I can bolt something or tear it if he plays like Urza Saga. Yes. Okay. So this is how we do this one. Trigger on the stack. Go Sacred Foundry. We will Stone Rain. So with the trigger on the stack, it means that he can't actually use it. Doesn't gain the mana ability, so he's going to lose his land drop and he's going to lose this unless he could use Blacksmith skill to protect it, which he might do, but that's at least one less blacksmith skill I have to fight through. Seems like that's what he's thinking about. Okay, he spell pierces it instead. Okay. How much he can do there? Don't really have a lot of options here, so we'll just play our threat. He probably had a 2-drop there that he wasn't able to play because of that, so even though he countered it, it's not the end of the world. He probably has like Stoneforge Mystic or something in hand. So we'll see if he wants to try to make a token. Looks like he's doing something. Probably Stoneforge Mystic is my guess. Yep. Got the hammer. Give her a ruin, so I'm just going to kill the Stoneforge Mystic. Fortunately, I can't double spell. So he'll get a hammer. I could try to loot away a Scion. What would I get, though, that could be usable? Potentially like a binding. I think I will loot away a Scion. I guess if I get, then I'm not doing 4 damage. Like I'm gonna get hit by a hammer next turn if I just swing in. I think that's okay though. Oh, I guess he doesn't have a way to equip it right now. This one's close. Like I want to do the 5 damage, so I think what we do is this. Swing in for 5. I need to pressure his life total. I think I like what I guess I'll discard a Scion. SW is good. Very, very good. Wonder why he got a hammer there and not something else. Thinking long about this. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna do this on my turn to bolt the Stoneforge because I don't want him to be able to obviously untap with it. He's tapped out, and now I still have stub up if he tries to go hammer or anything else. So yeah, I'll float the mana. He'll get it, but he won't actually be able to equip it right now. Could get Shadow Spear. Interesting that he's not making any tokens, so. Okay, he's got one hammer in play. Okay, he still doesn't have enough artifacts in play to do this. I guess I can stub the next one he does. Can't stub this anyway, so. He's got second hammer. So we'll stub that. One card in hand. Okay, so I could loot away this forest. I could try a double spell, kill the Giver of Ruins. They'll give protection. I think that's super great. I think I'm just gonna get First Strike and Trample. Do this. I could obviously loot it away, but I think I like having Tribal Flames here. I could have looted away the forest, is what I'm saying. Maybe that would have been a better play. Get something like Binding. I think I'm in an okay position. We'll see. Yeah, maybe now I'm thinking about more. Maybe I should have just looted away the basic forest. Like I got two lands now. He's dead next turn unless three or more artifacts. He's got one artifact right now, so I think I'm in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think if I looted away that forest, I guess I could have only kept up like one red source. We'll see. Okay. So you can search his library for equipment card. You can get another hammer, but he still doesn't have three artifacts. If he has an Ornithopter, okay, he's got the Shadow Spear now. Still can't equip it though. I'm gonna try to find like an Ornithopter or something. Okay, I think I'm gonna win this. I don't think he has an instant speed artifact, so can't have a Spell Pierce. I could discard this Brawler. Not sure what I would find that could be better. I think playing Brawler is also fine, but I guess I'll just maybe I'll get like a counter or something. Could have like Path to Exile or something weird, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Okay, it's fine. First strike's pretty handy. Okay. Try Tribal Flames number 1. Okay. So we got there against Hammertime. And now we're back up to 2-1. I'll be back for round 4. Okay, I am back for round 4. I think I'll be on the draw this game. This hand's fine. We'll see what the matchup is. Obviously, I have 2 1-drops and Scion, which is a little clunky, but depending on the matchup, will probably dictate if I go Triumph turn 1 or if I try to play maybe Nakatl or Ragavan turn 1. Okay, polluted Delta Pass. Interesting. Tremoka's Command. This one's close. I think I'm just gonna play my Ragavan. And we'll just go from there. I think I'll just use a Windswept Heath, maybe. If it matters. I'll apply some pressure. Ragavan gets killed. That's, of course, not ideal. But if he doesn't get killed, kind of high payoff, so don't know what my opponent's on. And I also, now with Dromoka's Command in hand, I can protect Ragavan next turn if he doesn't have a removal spell and he just tries to put a blocker out. So that's kind of the thinking here. You know, if he dies to removal, he dies to removal. Okay, no removal yet. Could be, I'm not sure about the matchup. Could be Living End. He hasn't done anything yet. If it's Living End, then Ragavan's quite good. It accelerates my clock. But with other Swamp, I don't think it's Living End. Basic Swamp's kind of weird. What? I guess we'll just attack and see what happens. Oh, I should have, well, he doesn't have any, he just has like Fatal Push or something. Echoing Truth. Okay, weird. This mill? I don't know what this is. Doesn't really matter. Now I can just double spell Nikado and Ragavan, so at the end of the world. So we're gonna get our breeding pool so we can have 4 types. We will pay the 2 life, and then we're playing Nikado. Oh, Thopter Foundry, interesting. Not a deck I've played against very often. Hopefully I can just race Thopter Foundry. I don't have any like removal right now, so I guess we're just swinging in. Do you have a removal spell? You gonna do the same thing, Echoing Truth again? Okay. That's what he's gonna do. Okay, so now what we're gonna do with that, gonna play that game. Then I'm gonna just kill the Thopter here to protect my Ragavan and grow my Ragavan. And I want Ragavan to still connect here to get the I'll put the counter. These two fight. Oh, actually, turn on Stubby D. You can argue that I shouldn't have done it like that, but I'm about to play a Scion anyway, so I will have another big threat. Didn't flip anything useful. We're gonna go Overgrown Tomb here and Scion. I am doing a lot of damage to myself. Could argue maybe just put the counter on Ragavan, but I wanted Ragavan to connect so I can get the treasure token to be able to play Scion this turn, so that was kind of the logic there. And now he's dead next turn unless he can like combo off. Which there's, I think, one part of it. Okay, well, that's, I have Tribal Flames. So, isn't the end of the world. fact, do I need to... I guess I'm trying to think of if I can connect with everything. You could play Spell Pierce or something, and I still have the mana to pay it. I guess I'll see how he blocks here. I think this is okay to do. And maybe you can argue I should just kill Urza now and swing in for 6 or 7. Okay. Oh, I was like, what's going on with the damage step? Okay. I guess I ended up having to use the removal spell anyway on Urza, so I should have just done that beforehand. Could have pushed through more damage. Yeah, I guess I would have. I think I'm still in a pretty good position, but still playing, so my opponent might have something. Okay. So we got there against Thopter Foundry. This is not a matchup I've played very much. Guessing I just bring in my artifact hate. Seems like Hidetsugu will be good in this matchup because of all the tokens and artifacts and stuff. So I think that's what we'll go with. I don't think Reman's good in this. Don't know Dromoka's Clan's amazing. I think one of could be okay. Wear Tear, Veil of Summer, Prismatic Ending is probably good to kill Thopter. Hidetsugu. Assuming he's playing Urza Saga. So maybe we just do the classic, just trim on some 1-drops here. We do keep in Dromokas. Teferi could be good. Doesn't seem amazing. I guess we'll just do this. We could also do Veil of Summer. That could protect me against whatever that blue spell he was doing. I think this is fine. Yeah, this is a 1-lander. I'm not going to keep this. We want some better hands with some better lands. Yeah, this is I can't cast anything in my hand except for Tear. So this has to be a mulligan too. Got excited for a minute. This is fine. So what do we not want? You can bin the Triumph. We need the threat. We kind of want Wear Tear and Binding. Stubby D is also good. Maybe I do Stubby D because, yeah, I think maybe I'll bin Stubby D. I think these I need for the matchup. Something like this. Okay, we drew a Scion. So now we'll see if we can... Maybe if he tries to go Urza Saga. Again, I'm assuming he's playing that. I don't actually know for sure if he is. I haven't looked at these Thopter Foundry lists in forever, so... but if not, I'll just grab a Triumph. Urza Saga, do it. That's not Urza Saga. Well, I guess I should have kept the Stubby D. It's an artifact, not enchantment. I could just destroy it next turn, or I could bind it. Trying to think if there's a difference here. I guess we want red and white on different lands. I can't do that with my Triumph, so we'll just get Zagoth. Okay, Ragavan is interesting. So I could pay 2 to just destroy this. It'll keep him from doing the combo thing. It's not really applying any pressure, though. Guess he needs Urza to do the combo, but it'll keep him from making any tokens. Doesn't seem amazing. On the other hand, I could dash Ragavan, but then I'm going to be 1 mana short. I could bind if I dash Ragavan, but I feel like I want to save the binding for Urza. I don't know. I worry this is not applying enough pressure if I just destroy that Thopter Foundry, but it's also his like combo, so I feel like I need to disrupt it. So I'm thinking I'm going to destroy it. This one's close though. I could be doing the wrong thing here. Probably should have read this first. Yeah, it's okay. So I haven't applied any pressure yet, so that's like not. I don't know about that play. I guess I'm scared of the combo, but maybe it would be smarter to just. Well, now I immediately get punished. I guess I should have just waited because he is playing Urza Saga. Okay. What do I want most? Probably Kabu. Was hoping he would go turn 2 Urza Saga, but all right, we'll see. I'm still in okay shape with binding. We'll see what he does here. If he tries to go Urza on turn 3, I can potentially try. I can bind it. Also, he won't be able to make a token in that scenario. Like it'll be an Urza. Maybe. Then he can't make a token. Okay, great. So unless he has like an, I guess he has an untapped. I guess he could like spell pierce this binding, which would be bad. That could be a reason to try to loot something away to get another land. On the other hand, I could play Scion. Let me think for a second. So he'll have to tap his construct token to counter this. I think I want to bind pre-combat. Although I could also give it trample. I guess I bind it, swing. I guess there's no snare. He's probably just going to chump with his construct. So I could just swing now. Should I just get rid of this Brawler? Maybe Ragavan? No, I think I'll get rid of Brawler. Okay, that is interesting. He just lets it through. Okay. I would like to destroy his Urza Saga. But I think I need to kill the guy there, so we'll try the binding out. See if he has like a spell pierce or something. Doesn't look like it. Third land would be good here, but okay, I think we're in okay shape. We'll see what he's got, what he fetches with his Urza Saga. Thinking about it. Maybe he gets like Shadow Spear, makes a token. Didn't look like he made a token though. Just floated mana. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a thing I didn't know existed. So he'll gain 5 life here, but then I should be in pretty good shape. See what else he does. Okay, second Urza Saga, that's fine. I'll tear that. Get another land, I can wear tear. Can do the fuse. Okay. So I guess he's not going to use the elixir. That's fine. I think we're still going to stick with the fuse plan. Oh wow, even attacking me. Okay. So now I have the option of could dash Ragavan. The thing is, like, I could. It's like the construct token is his only threat, so in theory, I want to kill that. I am gonna kill his Urza Saga. Like this will gain him 5 life, so that's kind of annoying. Oh, I guess he can do it every turn, so I have to destroy that. Okay. All right, I think we're mindful of life total here. We're gonna wear tear, destroy things, right? Because if I tap 2 mana, I need 3 for this, so I can't dash Ragavan. Maybe I'm playing a little too defensively. It's hard to say. Entirely possible. So we're gonna destroy this. Destroy this. And obviously he still has a construct in play. It's only a 1/1 though. And I can start running out more threats next turn. So next turn I can play Scion and Ragavan. Couldn't Devil Spell Kabu because I need 2 red sources. Unless of course I get another land. Another Urza. That's annoying. Yeah, maybe I was just playing too conservatively this game. Like it's turn 6. I should just maybe run my threats out. I was worried about his combo, but now unless I draw a binding, I'm kind of in trouble. Or a Tribal Flames. Neither of them. So I think we'll play Nicodle and Scion. Yeah, I guess maybe I should just run my threats out. I'm not sure about this matchup. I haven't played it very much. Because now we're on like turn 7, and like realistically, maybe if I had just played more threats, he would already be dead by now. But now he's got like all the combo pieces and stuff. But I was worried, so I killed his Thopter Foundry, killed his Urza Saga, killed the Elixir Immortality, killed his Urza, but he's still been able to play through it. Thinking a lot. Okay, he's gonna get the blue mana. 2 blue. What's he gonna bounce one of my creatures? A lot more than that. Damnation. Okay. Very happy to see that. Oh, I see. That's why he did that. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna bind his Urza again. I don't know what he was expecting to happen. We won't dash Ragavan to trade. Kind of confused about that play. My opponent was like way ahead, and then that like really helped me out a lot. But he must have something in hand. Jesus Christ, was his third Urza? Yeah, in the top 17. Pretty cool. All right, well I'll kill that Urza too. Okay. Maybe I just get a basic forest here. Guess I could have held that in hand. Now I can play around Spell Pierce though. So we're gonna go Mocha's Command, cast. He's not an enchantment creature, is he? No. Actually, I could play Ragavan first. And then put the counter on Ragavan, make him a 3/2. I actually kind of like that. So, but then I can't play around Spell Pierce, so I guess I can't do that. Okay, he's only got one Ursa left in the deck, I think. Okay, so now we can swing in. I'm assuming he's going to chump. Don't think I want to loot away Ragavan. Don't know if any of these matter. Quite the game. Okay, it's a little concerning. He's just taking that damage. I think we just want to play Ragavan here. I don't know if like holding it makes that much difference. Does he have his fourth Urza? Okay, Thopter Foundry. Okay, he doesn't have any non-token artifacts right now. He's got one. He could sacrifice the Thopter Foundry itself. Yeah, he's not going to attack. I'll go for the blowout here. Probably. I just attack with everything. Maybe attacking with Ragavan wasn't right. Should have probably done better math here. See how he blocks. Okay. Okay. Check this move out. So he'll lose his contract. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so we got through, that was round 4 against Thopter Foundry, and I'll be back for round 5. Okay, back for round 5. This time I'm on the draw. This hand's fine. Got a couple threats, some interaction. We're going to keep this. So we'll see what my opponent's on. That's going to dictate which threat I play first. Usually it's Ragvan, but what's this Merfolk? Oh, God. Merfolk. I think I still play Ragavan. Could be Mill. Nah, it's probably not Mill. Just play the monkey. Monkey King. Now I can bolt something that he tries to block with. So I can double spell next turn, potentially bolt whatever he puts out to block, and then play Mind of Coddle still. If he's Merfolk. I don't know what he is. Could be something else that plays basic island. Okay, looks like Merfolk. You might just have Trickster in hand. Would be annoying, but not the end of the world. Very surprised by this. Gonna eat the hit by Ragavan. Okay. So if I want to hold up, want to play Nikotl, want to play the Vial, and then I can hold up Bolt or Stubby D, I think that's pretty good. Kind of confused by this whole sequence. Why he didn't just activate his Mutavault to trade. Guess he must be short on lands. Okay, so now I have Stubby D up and Bolt, depending on what he tries to do here. Stubby D isn't great in this matchup, assuming he is Merfolk. Yep, so he was Trickster. Oh, Hexcatcher. Okay, so I could upkeep, try to Bolt this, and then force him to sack it. I actually kind of like that plan. I guess he could activate the Mutavault and sack this in response. So, but if he does that, I'm fine with him like wiping his own board. Maybe I should have waited it just so I could just pay the tax on the Hexcatcher. But I didn't want him to get like a really wide board, so he has a lot of cards in hand. It's a little concerning. Second Mutavault. Aether Vial. Okay. Doesn't really matter that much. So I will just get 5 types very soon. Okay, he's also tapped out, which is interesting, so he's just going to eat this damage here. Okay. So we're going to take this up, obviously. I'm a little confused. Yes. Yes, I will. Okay, so we're probably going to just go... Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to do this. Grab our Savai Triome to get 5 types again. Our Bolt is turned off, but that's okay. Going in for 5. See if I get some Merfolk off the top. Very good Merfolk to get. Okay. Guess we're just dunking on him now. Old Ragavan up to his tricks. Fortunately, I don't have any big threats out there. I also don't have Stubby D turned on because Svalin's only got power 1 or power 3. But I think I'm still in pretty good shape. I'm not sure what hand he capped on. It's a little confusing. 'Cause he hasn't really done it much of anything. He's played 1 card and he's played Spreading Seas. But he's got a lot of cards in hand. This matchup is actually quite tricky. So it looks like he'll probably like flash in something here. We are going to up this to 2 in case I get a 2-drop. So he could like activate the 2 Mutavaults and trade like with my whole board. But I can also bolt one of them. to protect me. Not a land. Do I need another red source? Do I need a plains? Play plains. We'll just attack with everything. See how he plays this one out. I'll draw a card off Saloon. Let's see, he has a Trickster maybe. It doesn't look like it. Give me something good. It's pretty good. Take his Vial. Okay. I guess I should have waited till... No, if I waited till declare blocks, I couldn't push through the damage. But I guess I could have... okay, maybe that's... Now I'll trade with Ragavan, which isn't amazing. Fortunately, I can't... this is a land still, so I can't bind it. Imagine he's going to try to trade with Ragavan. Yeah. So maybe I could have played that differently instead of pushing the trying to push the damage through. But I'm actually fine with this trade too. Okay. So check this out. At this point, I'm not as... I mean, he's going to lose some land. Like, obviously, I wanted to save the binding for the Vial, but I'm going to obviously want to take out his Lords. Okay. So I'll be paying 1 for this. Yeah. I think I already played a land this turn. Yeah, looks like I did. Okay, still have Stubby D up in a pretty good position, I think. He's got 3 cards in hand, which is a lot, but now he's lost 2 lands on that turn. So we'll see. I would have liked to save that binding for his Aether Vial, but I just needed to use it there to keep pressure on. Svalin should be able to draw me another card next turn. So hopefully I can draw into some action. I think I'll keep the Vial at 2 just because I don't really have there's a Lord. He's got the Island Walk, but I'm still at pretty high life total. Obviously he could Vial in another Lord. Oh, my Svalin also has Island Walk, so that's pretty handy, huh? Oh man. I love that. You love to see it, don't you? You love to see your Svalun, his Svalun given Island Walk and +1/+1, which also turns on Stubby D now. Okay. So I think I'm still in pretty good shape. I probably just swing with everything here. See what I draw. I'm not going to take up Aether Vial. I don't have any 3 drops. So let's see if I can get something good. Yeah, Kabu's good. I could Vial it in. Really anytime. Violin in now doesn't make a difference. And then I could grab Gigantha, have Stubby D up. Sure. I'll also be able to draw a card here, so it'd be valuable. So we're just gonna swing with everything. You can't block Svalun right now. Okay, see if I get like a binding or something. bolt. Land is not exactly what I wanted, but fine. Yep. Yep. I don't know why he keeps going Ragavan Connect. I mean, like, he's just gonna keep rolling the dice. I guess he goes to 1. Okay, I guess he would have been at 0 if he can do that. Can't play another Svalin. That's annoying. Yeah, I can't have double Svalin. Okay, I think we just get we already have the forest here, so we just play our forest. Go 1, 2, 3. Grab Gigantha. End of turn, I can Violin Kavu. Got so much mana now. 3 lands, but nothing to do with it. So I can also Violin Kavu to turn on CBD, but I don't think there's anything that's gonna be worth stubbing. It's not very good in this matchup. Got 1 life, so see what he does here. Ragavan's just been killing. I mean, he got an Aether Vial, which hasn't been that useful for me because I've just been mana flooded, but he also got the Svalun, which has been very good. Okay, so we got the win. Game 1 against Merfolk. So Merfolk, sideboarding. Prismatic Ending, pretty good. I want to kill that Vial. Wear Tear, I don't love. Only because paying 2 mana to destroy an artifact, I don't love it. Veil of Summer is good, though. Remand, not amazing. WD also quite bad. So we're going to trim on 2 Stubby Ds. Drunken Span's good to kill Lords. Do I need the Rest in Peace? Do I need Hetsugu? I don't think so. I think I like this. You could say this is worthwhile, but I just think with, I got Prismatic Ending, I have Binding, so I have ways to kill his. I think it's just too slow on the draw. Like paying 2 mana to just kill his, kill his Vial doesn't seem amazing. I think the rest is fine. Now you could argue for trimming on Kavu in this matchup because of, various cards, but with Veil of Summer, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. You could also argue to just take out all the WDs and keep in like Remand or something. But he does have Cavern of Souls, so Remand's not amazing. I think this is fine. Like Kabu does die to Trickster, which is quite annoying. On the other hand, I think he's fine to keep in. Okay, this hand is good actually. We've got that we got the answer to the Vial. We've got a threat. We've got some protection for our threats. So let me keep this. He's got the Vial. Okay, doesn't even have the Vial. Interesting. So we're just gonna play our Steam Vents and play our Ragavan. He could have Dismember. If he dismembers the Ragavan, that's fine. It means he's not using it on a bigger threat. And then if yep, looks like he's gonna use Dismember. So again, I'm fine with that. I have bigger threats, and he just lost 4 life to do that. Okay. If he tries to like do something here. So here the plan is just to play the Brawler. We're gonna go green-white. Because we can't really double spell. And we want to apply some pressure, so we're just going to do this. Let's see if he has, like, subtlety or something. I feel like he would have used it on Ragavan, though. Okay. So I think we're in okay shape. I like the interaction I have in hand. It helps a lot, of course, him not having... Yeah, so he'll bring Hexcatcher, but... So that's what I thought he would bring in, Tide Shaper. See what he tries to turn off, though. Okay, so he turns off the white and the green, which I guess is good, because now I can't cast anything in my hand. Interesting, he picked that and not something else. So let's hope for another land. Make this easy. Not another land. So I have Island, Island Mountain. I can't cast anything. All right, well, this might be a game where I just lose to Tide Shaper. Oh, man. Killing me. Tire hand. Oh, actually, wait. No, never mind. I'm an idiot. I could do with 2 types. I could cast um, Tribal Flames. Not great, but it'll force him to sack something. So, right. I'm not doing the math right. So I have blue, blue, red. So 2 damage. Tribal Flames to Sex Catcher. Yeah. And then I'll attack in with Brawler. I don't know why I was getting confused. I couldn't do Tribal Flame. So he can decide if he wants to sack. Yeah, it makes sense that he didn't. Then I will attack for 2. And hopefully next turn I can draw a land and be in pretty good shape. Not the fastest clock here. He's got 3 cards in hand. Okay. That's such an annoying card. All right. Well, now we're in bad shape. Again, I need a land. Yep. Okay. This is frustrating. Full hand of cards I can't cast. I think I can still make it if I can draw a land this turn. If I draw a land, I can go Prismatic Ending on the Tide Shaper, get all my types back, and then go from there. But now his Merfolk get Ward 1. So that's going to make it harder. Okay. I think I just lose here, right? So it's 7 damage. I guess I can try to play out one more turn. Now he's got Mutavault. That's 9. Well, a handful of green and white cards, and, gotta discard a card. That's sweet. So that just totally blew me out. I really don't think there's a way to play around that. I mean, yeah, you could say, well, I should have held up Veil of Summer, but I was just applying pressure. And it just happened to be, I went 3 straight turns without drawing a land, so lost on that. That's okay, though. So I think we're just going to keep it the same. Didn't see any of my sideboard cards. Veil seems like it'll be good because he's got Dismember. I think this hand's fine. We'll keep. We're just going to run our threats out. A little awkward with Dromoka's command in the deck, but I think I'm just going to go Steam Vents, then Temple Garden. Won't let me do a turn 2 Dromoka's, but Dromoka's isn't that useful here. Until later in the game when he gets like a Lord down. So we're just going to go Ragavan into Kabu. Steam Vents. Force him to have something. Force him to have a 1-drop or Dismember. Looks like he's got Dismember. I could play Kavu or I could play Brawler. The issue with playing Kavu is it dies to Trickster, so we're gonna play Brawler. Next turn, maybe I get like a Veil or something. Something useful to... Okay, it's not that useful, but... Oh, I played the wrong land there. Okay. Again. That's why I just did that. Now I will be safe to play Kavu. Because he used up his Trickster. Now, of course, he could have another Trickster. It would be bad, but I'll take my chances with 3 cards in hand. I want to get Kavu to start looting away these extra lands. And I'm not cracking this fetch because I want to see if he tries to Tide Shaper or something, and then I can use the fetch to get the types I need. See if he just has a second Trickster. Nope. So he Tide Shape didn't kick it. It's confusing. But he must have a 2-drop, I guess. Hexcatcher. Another Trickster. Probably another Trickster. No. Oh, another Dismember. Okay. Not sure why he did that and not Kavu. Guess he was worried about the trample. So we'll just go Zagoth here. That matters that much. We could Dash Monkey. Dash Monkey, swing, loot away. I think I like that. We'll go red, green, do Dash Monkey. Then we're going to loot away one of these lands, and then we'll play Brawler. Of course, if he wants to trade with Monkey, that's fine. Loot away this Fledged Tran. Okay, second Monkey is helpful. I'm going to go Plains here. Life total does matter. Okay, I think I'm in a pretty good position here. We'll see what he's got. Okay, it's annoying. You could try a double block here. So I think I only have 1 red source. So like I could dash here with the hopes that because then he can't double block. So he either has to let Ragavan through but then I can't play Kavu. So I think it's smarter to just let him trade his board and then put Kavu up with Veil Summer. Play Kavu with Veil Summer back up. I think it's the smarter play here. See how he decides to block. Yeah, that's fine. He'll take 1. He'll wipe his board, and then I will play another Kavu with protection. So now we will go red, green, Kavu, and I got Veil of Summer to protect from Trickster. And next turn I can dash Ragavan for Fatal if he doesn't play another threat. Guessing he's got a Trickster. Okay, what does that change? Do I still dash Ragavan, or do I just Tribal Flames him after swinging with Kavu? I guess I probably just Tribal Flames him after swinging with Kavu. It's close though. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I should just dash Ragavan. We will exile something. Guess he could have like Dismember, but I've got Veil for that. So I'm not sure what else he could have. Okay. I guess I didn't think of that. So I guess that would have been a reason to play Ragavan. Okay, though. So, is there any reason? I'll just play Ragavan here. Could always take my opponent down to 1, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I could have handled that. Maybe I should just dash Ragavan. Then it would have maybe been lethal. Okay, that doesn't really help you at all. Okay. Yeah, not. Okay, sure. He's out of cards in hand. Yeah. Well, now he's like super dead, but we'll just do the thing anyway. So we're in Dramoka's command. Okay. Okay. So we ended up going 4-1 in the league. The one loss was to Rhinos. That was unfortunate. We basically got blown out against Rhinos. That can be a tough matchup, especially if they're main decking Blood Moon. I didn't actually face Blood Moon, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't go your way with those kind of cascade matchups. Overall, though, I think let's see. I put, the only change to this deck was the only change I made was with shifting the second Dramoka's command into the main deck and then moving a remand to the sideboard, and that ended up being good for. I think the only matchup where I actually brought in the second remand was against Rhinos. So, um, maybe that means that just with what the meta's at, like there's a lot of low mana curve decks that it makes sense to have that second Dramoka's command main deck and then remand in the sideboard, because things like creativity. I did lose to Cascade today, but some of those matchups seem to be on the decline. Um, but overall, the deck felt great. It was nice to get back in the swing of things. I haven't played any Magic in the past week or two, just because of the holidays. So let me know what you think of the video. If you enjoy this kind of content, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.